Well, George, welcome to SCAD, and congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I don't think that I would have ever thought that Mayan would give me a Lifetime Achievement Award. So to be able to do this with her is one of the most meaningful moments, I think, in our lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you.
Well, I was thrilled to see Lopez versus Lopez renewed for a second season.
Yeah. Mayan had never really done multi-camera before. It's a lot of pressure on somebody like that. First show that had come from TikTok.
Who screwed up your marriage board?
Oh, thank you. Hi, I'm George.
We're having fun here, folks.
I think the way that Mayan had even put that TikTok up about her defending her mother, I would say that this show came from an imperfect storm.
Well, you can't predict everything, can you?
No, not that one.
But you take the opportunities and seize them and do your best with them.
Yeah, I try to.
Well, we know Lopez versus Lopez is loosely based on reality. How do you and the writers...
I don't think it's loosely based.
Not loosely, okay.
I think it's...
How do you mix fact and fiction, though?
I think, don't ask me, they're putting way too many facts in there, Paula, that I would like. I have to sit and absorb that, about my Albert Einstein hair or the relationships when I was married. It's like, aren't we all past that now? Some of those things are make-believe. But the ones that aren't make-believe are always about me. I've made some people the target of my material, and I think that Mayan somehow finds it comforting that nobody's treating me with kid gloves.
Some people won't wait in line. They'll see a line. Oh, God. There is a line. Mexicans won't wait in line. We don't even know what the line's for.
Your Mexican-American heritage has been a point of pride and source of comedy. How has your heritage added texture to your work?
Oh, that's...
a big question.
I just think it was all there. When I bought my first house, we had to replace the roof. And then one of the neighbors comes by and doesn't really know who's living in the house yet. So she looks at the roofer, who's light-skinned, and my wife. And she says to them, I think you guys are going to love this house. And then Ann goes, well, this guy's the roofer, and that guy right there is my husband. And she's like, oh. I mean, those things are the things that I think were the funniest. And then sometimes people, and I'm not sure because I'm not on the other side, would take that and think it would be derogatory towards me. I'm the innocent person in that. I'm just, I'm trying to put a roof on the house. So
No, it says more about her.
In the way that the comedy was approached, a lot of the times people would be thinking it was stereotypical. And I think at some point a performer has to rely on your own sense of humor and not really do humor for the people who are coming to see you or the people that you are trying to engage with. It has to be come from the actual person.
Well, George, you must have a fantastic memory that you have all of these, incidents that have happened to you, and then you make use of them.
From the time that I started, all of the things that were negative, I turned them over and looked at and found something to laugh at when most people wouldn't see anything funny about any of that.
One of your former George Lopez Show co-stars, Mark Timchishan, who played Mel Powers, is now SCAD's beloved chair of acting. He had some reminiscing to do about your show. When the evening became long during show night, George would play Brick House and everyone had to dance. Is that true? Cast, crew, audience. He would warm up the audience with some stand-up and truly got everyone ready for taping. He was the heart of everything about the show.
That I thought was my one shot. All those actors meant so much to me. Mark was so funny, so good, and him and Jack, God rest his soul, they were just amazing as those two brothers. The writers in that show were amazing. They wrote some great lines. That was one where we wanted to get insurance for the workers in the company, and he was an alcoholic, and we were in the bar, and I said, he goes, yeah, maybe your son wants Botox. I said, he's 12. And then he said, maybe he wants to look 10, just all great stuff, all great stuff.
Well, we all know you for your ability to make us laugh at the relatable moments of life, but there's another side of you that I admire, and that's your passion for golf. And we have intercollegiate teams for men and women here at SCAD.
I think that's great.
You said golf's changed your temperament. How so?
Golf changed my temperament because of my being dishonest and being temperamental, and when something really got difficult, I would stop doing it. Instead of fighting through it, I would quit. And golf, it gave me patience when I didn't have it, and it gave me, honesty when no one had ever taught me or called me out on it.
And I know you're a celebrity golf classic every spring.
Yeah.
It's a veritable who's who
It
of
is.
entertainment on the links every year. It's fun, but with a very serious cause.
I use it to raise money to help kids who are sick with kidney disease and things like that because I, had a transplant in 2005. But I think the combination of the arts and golf go well because you have to be tough inside. And I think being tough inside makes you a better performer, makes you a better creator, or makes you a better actor. It's a hand-in-hand thing that would make you almost even more composed.
What about your comedic voice has stayed consistent and what's changed over the years?
What's remained consistent is to find the nuances in a culture that never really was even broad enough for people to see. I think the thing that changed is there's been a consistent backlash towards people who are Latino that we, are somehow invaders. When, you're the person who is trying to communicate the culture, a lot of times with people who don't respect it, you become the target for that hate or negativity. It doesn't bother me, but it's something that you shouldn't get anyway. But it's just people that can't take a joke. But I think that I'm not afraid to speak my mind when, as a kid, I never spoke up at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You saved it all up.
I think I might have saved it all up. There's no one that can give you the heart to push something that seems impossible all the way up the hill. You have to do it yourself.
Well, George, it's an absolute pleasure
That's already.
having you at SCAD. Thank you for bringing so much laughter into the world.
And thank you guys for so much for this and accepting this award. It makes me proud of all the things that I was able to do to be able to get to where I am today with you.
Absolutely.
Paula.
Thank you.